What up everyone, it's your boy Phoenix coming at you with another tutorial video. This time I'm going to cover Moira, my best hero. I was the number 6 Moira in Season 11 in Overwatch, so we're going to go over a couple things that I do that other Moira players do not do in this video. I'd like to start off by showing you my settings and some of my stats, just to show you why I'm just a bit better than most people with Moira and the knowledge I have to pass down to you guys. So I reached a high of 39-27 in Season 11, just a couple games out of GM. And then for my Moira, I averaged 27 kills a game and 4 deaths per game. It's incredibly great stats. I've only died 4 times per game on average, which amounts to about 40 seconds of being out of each game that I played due to death. So, the less you die, obviously, the better, and you're going to be more help to your team by dying less and positioning better. So one of the things that I do, when I use her Fade ability, I only use that to disengage. It's very, very rare that I'll use her Fade ability to engage. So that's one of the keys in surviving and staying alive. So here I'm just going over my sensitivities. Nothing special about them, but there is one thing that I make sure you always have your allied health bars on. There's one thing that I do that other people don't do with my controller layout. So my primary heal is R1. And for me to shoot my Moira biotic orb is R2. I know most people's primary is R2, so in that case you would need to change your biotic orb to R1 in that case. And I'll go over why a little later in the video, why it's like that. I keep them on the safe side of the controller, and I keep my fade and damage on the other side of the controller. So hopping right into it, Moira has a resource when she heals. That's the little bar that's building up on the top there. But in addition to this, when you heal with Moira, after you stop healing, your allies will continue to heal for 3 seconds. So even after you stop, they'll continue to heal for a bit. So that's a good way to manage some of your resource. Most people are going to press your biotic orb and then choose and shoot the orb. You always want to bounce it off a surface where it's going to linger and spend the most time coming back to your teammates. So you always want to bounce it off a surface where it's just going to linger around the longest. This goes for when you're healing allies or damaging enemies. So where most people, they'll heal, they'll press their biotic orb ability, and then they'll shoot and choose their biotic orb. This is not the way that I do it. So I have R1 as my primary heal and R2. If you start spraying with your primary heal, and then you press your biotic orb ability while you're spraying your primary heal, it'll shoot that out instantly. And you won't have to pick and choose for your biotic orb to go out because you're already holding the confirm button to heal. So it's going to buy you like a split 0.2 or 0.3 of a second in getting that orb out. And this just gets it out a lot faster than pressing it and then selecting it. Like, it gets it out faster. And then Moira also has a lifesteal ability. So when you take damage, when she does damage, you'll gain health back. And that's just doing her primary damage ability. You'll gain health back. And same thing with the damage orbs. You want to throw them to where they're going to bounce and linger for as long as possible. So you gotta know trajectories pretty well and angles. So this way when you throw the damage balls out, they linger as long as possible. Same thing with healing balls. You want them to linger as long as possible. Anytime you do your ult with Moira, you always want to throw a damage orb out first to maximize the damage output of her ult. And then when you're trying to heal or damage enemies, if you can get them in a straight line, that's the best way to use her ult. Getting them in a straight line, so it's really good to pop either a damage orb or a healing orb. Like if your team's in a grab, you want to throw a healing orb out and then do your Moira ult, and sometimes you can keep them up. Or if you guys don't, if you throw your own grab out, you can throw a damage orb and do her Moira ult as well. Again, you want to bounce those balls off of surfaces where they're going to linger around as long as possible. So I'm going to show you a couple clips in live gameplay of these examples I'm trying to show you, and that'll conclude the brief Moira tutorial here. Here's a couple quick clips. So healing up, bouncing the orb off the wall so it lingers around as long as possible, Again, same example, bouncing the orb off the wall instead of shooting it straight, letting it wander into the abyss, or bouncing it off the wall so it lingers around, maximizing our healing out.
Which one is?
In this clip, same thing, bouncing off the wall in front. We actually get earth shattered, but because my orb is lingering, it comes back and keeps my Rhine from dying. We're able to survive the last push here, and I'm able to bounce a second orb off the same wall. Again, keeping the team alive. It's just lingering and putting a lot of healing out. 15k healing out that game. It's just drilling this, like, breaking habits of shooting the orb straight to where it doesn't come back, and bouncing it off these walls to where it just lingers. It's just, you gotta constantly break your bad habits and drill yourself to do this. Pharah needs, I normally don't throw it for Pharahs, but, you know, people need healing, they need healing. And again, managing your resource on the right there. There's two examples, bouncing it off, keeping the Pharah up. I actually ult defensively here to keep the Pharah up. And I'm able to secure a kill, or able to secure a team kill and the point. But yeah, don't be afraid to ult defensively as Moira. So here I actually dodged 2 ults with Fade. This is what I mean about saving the disengage. Brig pops rally. I fade away from it. I'm able to heal out. Orisa's about to die, I throw the orb at her, it bounces off the 2 walls, pop pop, lingers around. Soldier comes from behind, pops his ult. Again, I fade behind it. So that's an example of using Fade to disengage. Always save it to disengage. Use Fade to get rid of it. Get out of the way of D.Va Bomb here. Yep, so using it to disengage, keep my positioning good. Soldier tries to get behind my team, I kill him because I faded backwards. Trying to keep my team up. I throw a damage orb in here, and then I pop ult when my damage orb is on the way back, so it's maximizing its damage out. And as Moira, you always want to go for the squishies, unless there's a tank who's like 1 hit, then go for that tank. And then I'm able to even get some healing to my teammate there with that one. Bounce the orb off the wall, and gets around. Cap point win the game.
D.Va's on me behind.
Just trying to stay in the back here, damage the D.Va. Kill her with the orb, heal my team up. Genji Blades, I fade away. Because he's going to get his cooldowns reset. On Blades. I popped ult, I had the opportunity to kill 3 squishies. The Moira gets away, I throw that ball and kill people that are inside.
Hold on, I'm trying to help Bolo.
So it's again just throwing the ball off surfaces to make them linger around. I'll throw this one straight, it'll bounce off that wall, and then the sign. And then into the center of the point for the next bounce. That concludes this tutorial video. Like and subscribe if this was helpful to you. Thank you.